Hi everyone, it's Suzanne here. Thanks for joining me for another Fabricate Friday video. Today I have a little box that actually is a fold flat box if you wish. So it can fold flat for storage in case you're making tons. And I was actually inspired by this size of box from a product that I actually buy for the salon. Actually, it is a clipper blade that I usually use for guys' haircuts, and I actually liked the size of it, so I copied it. I actually did like the insert and everything, but this is the best that I can do it. And see how I prettied it up. So sometimes you get inspired by the craziest things, hey? Again, I used my Big Shot to cut out a little window frame, and the inside of the DSP is on the inside of the box. So how cute is that? So when you take the item that you're giving away out, there's still something pretty to look at in the box instead of just the back of the box. So I'm going to show you how to make it today. So we need a big piece of paper, 9.5 by 7 1/4, and on the long side we're going to be scoring at 1. Whoops, why does it always do that? 4.5, 5.5, and at 9. And then we're going to the short side at 3/4 of an inch, 1 3/4, 5.5, and 6.5. Okay, so you're going to see this is the scoring here. This is a skinny side, and this is the fat side. So the skinny side is actually going to be what adheres everything together. So right now, however, should I cut it out first? Yeah, I'm going to burnish everything. Just makes it a little bit easier so you can follow, and we'll cut it out, and then we'll apply our designer series paper, and then we'll run it through the Big Shot because it does fit. I did do it so that it I was able to. I suppose you could use a punch as well if you have a punch. I like to use the Big Shot, however. Okay, so designer series paper, that would make it a little bit easier to follow. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my snail for the designer series paper, and the color I'm using is Watermelon Wonder and the In Color paper stack. So if the skinny side is, hang on, I'm going to cut it out so I don't screw up because it's too hard without. All right, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all of these, this one, and this one. We're removing them completely. So these, I guess there's 4 rectangles. It just makes it easier. I thought I could do it all in one fell swoop, but you know what? No. Let's take it step by step, and then that way I don't have to, I don't get confused, and I don't sound like an idiot. Well, I probably sound like a bit of an idiot anyway, but that's my personality coming through. Okay. So that's what you should have, and I'm going to wedge out the tabs on the inside as well. And just in case you wanted to know, basically the Big Shot has its limitations, and that those cutting plates, anything that goes inside of it has to be 6 inches or less wide. You can have whatever going through long, as long as you have the extended plates and all of that. All right, so now I can see that we opened it from the smooth side, so you can see that there's going to be the window there, so it's like that, yeah? So on goes the Designer Series paper, and then I'm going to bring out my platforms here. So I'm just tucking in the flap like that, and then with my framelets, my square framelets, I am using 1/3 from the middle and 1/4 from the middle. And isn't that metallic or magnetic plate just wonderful? In case you don't have one, you should get one because it makes your life easy. Sometimes if you have more than a few little framelets going on, you will notice that they kind of shift on you because of the polarity of the magnets. And also, if you have a heart, like a pacemaker or something like that, you can't use this. So that was informed by me from one of my clients, or customers. So I'll be right back. Okay, back I am. So what you're going to do with another piece of cardstock is you're going to take the 3rd and the 4th one, and you're going to, it's just a little extra piece of paper, and you're going to run these through like that. And then what you end up with, ta-da, magic of television, a little frame. So that's what I wanted to do here. And I'm going to adhere it using some Tombow Mono Multi glue. If it ever comes out for me, am I stuck? What the heck? You know, sometimes. I only have problems when I film. Honestly, if I was to do this, when I'm not filming, awesome, no problem. But as soon as I film, that's it. I really don't need this much glue, but too much of it came out. All right. I'm just making a mess here today, which makes I'm going to be all gluey. Great. That's okay though, whatever. Crafting is fun. Okay. That's squared away. Did I tell you the DSP size for this? Probably not, because I have a tendency to forget. It's 3 1/8 by 3 3/8. And I've got glue everywhere. So I'm just going to put a little bit of snail. And I'm going to use my paper piercer. And I'm going to pretend like the box is all closed up. It's decently even, not really. I love this paper, the designer series paper this year. It's awesome. Or the paper stacks, I should say. Yeah. So you're going to put a bit of tear and tape on the inside. Oh, before we have to put our window sheet, because it's a window. I don't know exactly what size this is. This is 3 3/8 by 3 1/8, which is pretty much the same size as the designer series paper on the top. And I just like to really rub down that adhesive. Less chance of it messing up on you. So there you go. Okay, so removing the tear and tape. I think I've said this before, but if you have natural nails, the release paper easily removes itself, but if you have anything but natural nails, it won't. All right, your Project Life corner rounder, or a reasonable facsimile like this one is, just to round the edges a little bit. There we go. Holy macaroni. Okay, today I used, I'm going to use the same. I really like the little white flowers, so I'm just going to pull out a little bit of Whisper White, a little scrap piece. I'm not going to do much in stamping today, but I am going to do a couple petite petal punches. So 2 of those, and this is the itty bitty flower from the itty bitty flower stack punch pack. And I get out my little paper piercer. I'm not even going to sponge them because it doesn't need it. I liked it white. So just the back of your paper piercer onto a squishy. I've seen people do the petals in their hands too. Works the same. I just use my little paper piercer here. And then I'm going to get my rhinestones out. So I think I'll use the little medium ones in the flower there. And you do want to give these a press, you know, and then kind of fluff up the flower again. I'm right now in the Okanagan where I live. It is exceptionally hot. Like, it's 40 degrees. I think it's 40 degrees today, to be honest. And I noticed that heat actually messes with the adhesive. So if you're making projects like this in the heat, oh my goodness, give everything an extra press, put more adhesive on than is needed. Okay, so for this little guy, I'm going to put a glue dot And then I don't like 4-petaled flowers, to be honest. I think it looks like clover. So I wanted to double up on that guy. There we go, squishing. And then little glue dot there. Glue dot there. Can you actually see what I'm doing? And a little flower there. And that is my project for today. So now that I've got the little flowers put on, I realized that I forgot to adhere the little strips on the side. So we need two pieces that are 3 1/8 by 3/4 of an inch, and 2 pieces that are 3 3/8. Whoops, that's the longer one. Don't make that mistake. I don't know which size this is. Okay, that's the shorter one. And they just fit on the edges. Whoops. It's so hot here that the adhesive is not really sticking great. So if you make a mistake, that's great. Okay, so there is my box finished. Good grief, it took us a bit. But thank you so much for joining me. Don't worry about writing any of the information down. I have it all on my blog, sunstampin.com. There is a list of supplies. If you needed any of the supplies to make this, you'll find the list in the link below if you're on YouTube. And if you're Canadian, you can certainly purchase through me. And if you're not Canadian and you just want to follow me via my blog, you'll get an email every time I post a video. So thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.